We're at the General Motors Proving Grounds in Milford, Michigan. I'm in the Charge Integration Lab with Andrew Farah, and we're here with the new Chevy Volt. Andrew, this is the car of the future, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The Chevy Volt is a whole new way of looking at transportation, and I'm happy to be a part of this program.
Well, what's different about it? I mean, I've got the hood open here. It looks like a car to me.
Well, if you kind of look under the hood, you see it's got a lot of things you wouldn't expect to find, but it has a lot of the things you do expect to find, like an engine. But unlike a lot of vehicles, the Chevy Volt is actually two almost completely separate vehicles put together. You take all of the characteristics and advantages of an electric vehicle that can go up to 40 miles without burning any gasoline at all, and then you bring it together with the typical components of a gasoline-powered engine and vehicle. And so if you choose to drive more than 40 miles, you can seamlessly go into running the engine and burning fuel, so the customer never really knows that they've had any of these transitions at all. And part of the job here of engineering is to make sure that is seamless to the customer, that they get all the advantages of an electric vehicle with none of the disadvantages, but can still drive hundreds of miles on, say, weekend trips or daily trips that might be more than 40 miles.
Going on vacation. So this is the best of both worlds. We've been in the car business for 100 years or more, and I think cars actually started with electric cars and steam cars and things like that, and now we're back to electric cars.
They did. It's kind of been an evolution. Electric vehicles were actually very popular at the turn of the last century, not the most recent one. And the idea of coming back to electric was something that in the 90s had a big following, and then it kind of died out for a while, although here at General Motors we continued to work on refining that, which is one of the reasons we can get the Volt to market so quickly.
Right now, we'll be able to drive this car and buy this car in the very near future, right?
Yeah, we're shooting for the end of 2010, and we're on track to get there.
Well, I've understood that batteries are really a thing of the future, and that if young people wanted to study certain kinds of things, they would want to look into electrical engineering and battery technology, things like that. What would you say to a young person who wanted to work on a car like this?
Well, two things. Number one, batteries, very important, the actual chemistry of the batteries and developing the basic cells of the battery. But then on top of that sits the whole idea of controls, control systems, and then the hardware and software to put those together, mostly computer hardware and software, not the PC type things, but what we call embedded systems. You program them similarly, but they don't have a screen and a keyboard per se. They're in there monitoring different things, temperature, voltage, current, and making decisions on how to drive and how to charge and discharge the battery. So I'd say those would be the two areas when it comes to this kind of technology that I think will be excellent career opportunities for the future.
That's great. Now, one last question. Is this a fun car to drive?
Oh yeah, it's very, very much a fun car to drive, because when you get in and you start out in electric vehicle mode, the silence is what it is that gets you, and you say to yourself, well, this is so wonderful. But it also presents some challenges, which is you have to make other things as quiet too. And that's another area of work, what we call noise and vibration work, to make sure that the vehicle is delivering that quiet performance, and that's more of a mechanical area. And again, another great career choice for young people.
Right, and I understand too that the electric power plant is going to be available in a range of General Motors vehicles. It won't just be a Volt. You'll be able to get that power plant in other cars as well.
Yes, the whole system that we're using here to create what we call extended range electric vehicles, our plan is to bring that into other vehicles in the future as well.
Well, that'll be great. I can't wait to have one in my driveway.
We'll try to get one for you.